What is a smartwatch? I thought about it long and hard, and I have boiled it down to essentially two major categories: fitness trackers and smartwatches. And I'll throw in a disclaimer: this is my own analysis based on what makes sense for me. So if you have thoughts on this, let me know in the comments. So what's the difference? Don't fitness trackers and smartwatches do the same thing? You'd be mostly right, but there are essentially two features you'll find on a smartwatch that a fitness tracker lacks: access to apps via an app store and the ability to independently access the network without needing help from the phone. And the way it makes sense to me is that a high-tech watch must have both of these features to qualify to be a smartwatch, not just one. You know what? Let me backtrack a bit. Fitness trackers are pretty self-explanatory. They are devices with sensors dedicated to measuring aspects of your health and fitness. They come in many forms, including rings, earphones, yes, you heard that right, earphones, and more commonly watches. The most common sensors on these fitness trackers are step counters and optical heart rate sensors. They collect this data and store it on the device, or they send it over to your phone via Bluetooth, where an app presents the data on fancy graphs and charts and tables. They also come with pre-installed apps and you can't add to them. Just like smartphones, there are levels to these fitness trackers. To keep things simple, we will focus on just the watches. At the affordable end, you've got mostly fitness bands and a few watches. These are simple, light, and quite compact. Most of them have the usual sensors and Bluetooth and have the added features of showing you who's calling and some message previews. You'll normally find them costing at most $100. The Itel Watch Horizon that I reviewed a while ago falls in this category, and that watch is like $40. Then there is a mid-range. These come with a bit more complex and more accurate sensors. So outside of just the step counting and the heart rate stuff, you'll also get stress measurement, ECG, pulse wave arrhythmia analysis, automatic sleep tracking with sleep quality analysis, blood oxygen saturation, just to name a few. These also come with cycle tracking for women and body temperature sensors, all of which can be used to produce a very detailed health report. On top of this, some have access to an app store, allowing you to download apps onto them. They also have built-in GPS, allowing accurate tracking of outdoor activities, even when you leave your phone behind. They still rely on a Bluetooth connection with a phone for all communication-related stuff outside of GPS, so fancy as they are, they can't do much without a connection to a phone. My Huawei Watch GT2, as well as the Huawei Watch Fit 3 that I just reviewed, fall into this bucket. These fitness trackers will range in capabilities, features, and build quality, and can start from $100 all the way to over 1,000. Yes, I'm talking to you, Huawei Watch Ultimate Design. Then we move over to smartwatches. They come with pretty much all the sensors and features you get from high-end fitness trackers. The only thing separating them from the rest is having both access to an app store and the ability to connect to a communication network either through Wi-Fi, cellular, or both, eliminating the reliance of the watch to always be tethered to the phone. These watches seem to offer the richest user experience thanks to their feature set requiring powerful hardware. But all that eye candy and quality of life takes a huge toll on battery life. So, smartwatches tend to suffer from terrible battery life, at most 4 days between charges versus 7 to 14 days on the most premium fitness trackers. Anyway, these smartwatches start at $350 all the way to above $1,000 as well, and some easy examples of this are Apple Watches and the Galaxy Watch Ultra that I reviewed recently. Link to that is in the description. There is a bit of a dark side to owning a smartwatch or fitness tracker. I have owned a Huawei watch for 4 years now. Solid watch, battery life is great, but a few battle scars. That said, if you're passionate about fitness and health tracking, this section is an important one for you. Fitness trackers and smartwatches are very particular about the health app you use. In fact, Whatever fitness tracker or smartwatch you use is going to dictate the health app you'll be settling on. So, if you get a Huawei watch, you'll need Huawei's health app to pair the watch to the phone and collect your health data from it. Fortunately for me, I already love Huawei devices, so I have no issues using their products deep into the future. But for most of you fitness and health lovers, the decision of which watch or fitness tracker to buy is going to be an extremely important one. It's probably going to be a very long-term choice, especially if you're interested in trend data. And for the nerds, to access the full feature set of the watch, you'll need to use a phone made by the same company that made the watch. When I was reviewing the Galaxy Watch Ultra, I could not use some of the exciting features like BP measurement because, yeah, I had the watch paired to a Google Pixel and not a Samsung. And when I moved from using a Huawei to using a Google Pixel, I lost the ability to use my watch as a remote shutter for the camera. If there is anything that can force you into an ecosystem, it's definitely going to be your next smartwatch or fitness tracker. Alright, so just to recap because it's a lot. My opinion on health and fitness tracking wearables is this. We have fitness trackers and smartwatches. Their only difference, according to my logic, is on a dedicated app store and independent communications via Wi-Fi or cellular or both. Features found in high-end fitness trackers are the same ones you'll find in smartwatches, so the fitness and tracking capabilities of these two are the same. What might differ is the richness of the user experience on a smartwatch versus a fitness tracker. Oh, and getting a smartwatch or fitness tracker is a serious commitment that needs heaps of thought for those of you who are particular about health and fitness tracking as well as trend data. One of you guys asked how long one should have a smartwatch before they buy a new one. I would say it depends. Personally, what makes sense for me is if there is a noticeable shift in the accuracy of the sensors for the stuff that's important for me to track. If there are new sensors that record aspects of my health, fitness, and environment that I can't record with my current watch, or if my current watch is either too worn out or too outdated. I have a Huawei Watch GT2 that I got 4 years ago. Everything works perfectly, battery life is a solid 8 to 10 days, but it's been through it all and it's starting to show. Personally, I feel like 3 to 5 years is the useful life for a premium fitness tracker or smartwatch. Similar to stuff like premium headphones, nothing much really changes with a new watch outside of the design and maybe bits of the software. So yeah, just felt like sharing my opinion on what actually is a smartwatch. I'm curious to hear your own perspectives on this and also what you love most about your favorite wearable. See you in the comments.